So I just got done juicing about 4 or 5 apples, and as you can see, it pulled out all of the apples here on the other side, and the opposite side is gonna have all of the juice. It honestly pulled out a lot more juice than I expected. You could tell just by the ratio here of leftover apples compared to the amount of juice. It's able to really pull out a lot of juice, and cold press juicer here actually works super well. I was pretty surprised on how much it was able to do. All I had to do was cut the apples in half, even though it was recommended that you don't even have to cut them, which is really cool because the engine is actually really powerful. It's a 300-watt engine, so it's able to really cut through all of those really dense fruits and vegetables like apples, for example, or even denser fruits than that, and really pull out all of the juice. Since it is a 99% high juice yield machine, it's really able to pull everything out of all the different fruits and vegetables that you plan on putting in here. When it comes to using it, it was super easy. You have this off mode, you have the on mode, which just completely turns it on, and then you also have the rev mode here. So this is gonna actually push it the opposite way, and this is going to push it the opposite way of the rev mode and actually stay on, compared to this is more of like a pulse to go back and forth with, just to mix up the fruit if it's not pushing it down all the way automatically. Even though it is super powerful, it's also pretty quiet. So I want to go ahead and just show you guys. So that's what it sounds like on. It's honestly super quiet compared to most of them on the market. This one you can actually have conversations with people when you have this on. Unlike other ones, you really just have to stop talking to them when you turn it on because most of them are just super loud. But for how powerful this juicer is, I would say it is relatively very quiet. It also has a really nice safety mechanism on here. So when you have the lid up, that allows it to actually be unlocked and you can actually remove it from the base itself. But when you have the lid closed here on the top, it doesn't open at all. So it's just a nice safety precaution, so you're not gonna mess up anything or accidentally turn it on when it shouldn't be or anything like that. So you wanna make sure if you're disassembling it or assembling it, after you put the fruit in or taking the fruit out, that is when you'll have access to actually remove this and go ahead and clean it or do anything like that. And when it comes to cleaning, this is actually super easy as well, which I like. You have 2 pieces here. You're gonna have one that has the skeleton filter that can pop out and just be washed. No kind of crazy mesh filters or anything like that. Super easy to clean. And then you have this centerpiece that you can pull out, and then you have the actual container that holds the juice and pushes out the excess apples or whatever fruits and vegetables that you plan on using. Once you go ahead and just put those under the water in your sink, and then maybe take a light sponge to kind of scrub out a little bit, then honestly, you're ready to go. Just let it air dry, and then you'll be ready for another use of pulling out a bunch of juice out of any fruit and vegetables that you plan on using. So if you're looking to pick up a new juicer that is 1, quiet, 2, very easy to use and super powerful, then I would highly recommend picking up this one right here. I've been through probably 5 or 6 different juicers, and I was really surprised on this one. The fact that it's able to pull out so much juice with just a little bit of product in there, and the fact that it's like a low amount of pulp is probably one of my favorites as well. So I would highly recommend picking up this juicer right here. You're definitely not gonna be disappointed.